Hello and welcome here at Optics Trade. Today we are beginning with a new format of videos. My name is Theodore.
My name is Tadej, hello.
And we will start with common questions or most common questions we receive by emails or in comments on our YouTube channel. We believe that some of these questions deserve a little bit deeper insight and a little bit more of a debate. What are the real answers to these questions? So let's start. What is today's debate?
So Theodore, the first question I'd like to ask you is how to mount Pulsar core devices we have here on the rifle scopes.
Well, in some countries in EU, this is a common practice that these thermal and night vision attachments are allowed. So they are used to convert a daytime optics, a daytime rifle scope into a nighttime or even like this thermal sighting device. The main question we receive by emails, like you mentioned, is how to mount this on a rifle scope. So we offer three possible solutions. One is the original adapter, which they produce them in three different dimensions: 42 millimeters, 50 millimeters, and 56 millimeters, and they come with a wide array of different inserts. This plastic small inserts, so they can fit on any scope you can imagine, like this. So once you have this mounted on your rifle scope, they come with a nice flip up cover. When you remove the cover, this way, like this, then you can mount on the thermal core like this and click it on. This is the most common solution because it's very affordable. The price of this adapter is only 109 euros or something like that, but it does have a couple of limitations. The first limitation is that it's quite thick, yes. So that means that you need additional space between the rifle scope and the rifle's barrel. The second is that if you remove it a lot, it can happen that you lose this insert.
So this is really, is this common in some cases?
It happens really quite a lot. So it is advised, even in the manual of this adapter, that once you install it, you just leave it on your scope, and then you use the flip up cover to protect the front lens. So because of these two reasons, there are a couple of producers which produce more advanced adapter rings.
I would like to stop you here. This goes to my second question. Is it possible to mount these devices you mentioned on all rifle scopes or not? Are there any limitations to this?
Well, with the original mounts, with the original adapters, you can mount them if you have a 42 millimeter objective lens all the way up to 56. However, if you have anything in between that it's more uncommon, then you have to buy Rusan adapter, which produces this adapters all the way from 30 millimeters outside diameter all the way up to 80. I think.
I can see this adapter is different than one you showed. This one is with the screw, with the thread, is it right?
Yeah, with the thread, and then you have a middle insert part which then accommodates the core.
So this is basically the reduction ring you require to mount.
Yeah. With this reduction ring, you can mount core almost on any possible rifle scope you can imagine. Rusan really did their job really well because they have like 50 or 60 different dimensions of these adapters. If, however, you have a standard dimension like 56 millimeter outside diameter, this is for most European 50 millimeter objective lens rifle scopes, then they have the same adapter which is made out of one piece.
So this is, we can say, a direct mount which you can mount direct.
This is direct mount, but if you have any other except 56 can be direct and 62 millimeter can be direct. The 62 millimeter adapters are suitable for all European rifle scopes with a 56 millimeter objective lens, like Swarovski 56, Zeiss 56, Leica 56 millimeter scopes, and so on. All other dimensions you need to use this reduction ring and a suitable adapter ring. So this combined can give you the possibility to use the core on any dimension of a rifle you have.
So the other question we got from our customers, really a very common one. Is it possible to use these adapters you presented us on this new Pulsar F155 and F135?
No, I have one 135 here. So if you can see, all the both bayonets are really similar, but the main difference is that the new one, the F155 and 135, has 4 grooves for clips. So it is a little bit different. So as you can see, with all these adapters for core, you only have two pins, these notches which go inside of these grooves. With F135 and F155, you need a different kind of adapter. All of this produces Rusan and SmartClip. They produce also different adapters with 4 pins. So they are not interchangeable. You could use this 2-pin adapter on an F35, but you will have some play. So
it's really not that fixed as it should be with the 4-pin one.
No, you get a little bit of play, and this is not really the best solution.
So it's really required that you have the right adapter for the new F.
Yeah.
Okay, so this brings me to my next question. What are the main differences? We showed here today we have Rusan, Pulsar and SmartClip adapters. What are the main differences here?
The main difference is that Pulsar is the most affordable one, but it's the bulkiest, and you always have the possibility to lose the plastic inserts. So it is a common practice that you leave it on your scope. If you leave the adapter on your scope, it's a really fine solution. It works well. It's okay. If, however, you remove the adapter from the scope quite often, then it's better to use either SmartClip or Rusan. The main difference is that SmartClip adapters are always one piece, but they're produced only in 56mm and 62mm. The basic principle how they work is the same like Rusan. They also have the same materials inside and so on, but they have the different design of the entire adapter. You lock it here. Yeah, it's elegant, it's nice, it's a little bit more user-friendly. With Rusan you have this kind of a lever to lock the adapter. And if you come to the last difference is that with SmartClip you're only able to use it if you have a 56 or 62mm outside diameter on your rifle scope. So basically if you have a 50mm objective lens or 56mm objective lens. With Rusan, however, you can have any dimension you wish, and you will always find a suitable solution because they provide also 2-part solution, not only single part like
I understand. I'm still curious. Does the Pulsar, which have this plastic insert, if the rifle is more of a heavier caliber, can it, if you shoot a lot, can it show some signs of deviations or?
I wouldn't say so.
No.
Even though there is plastic between the adapter and the scope, if you apply enough force, if you set this locking part correctly, there will be no real movement. So the main difference is in bulkiness and in ease of use if you remove it from the scope and reattach it later. So in these aspects, the Rusan and SmartClip are a little better, and I would say last but not least, they're also aesthetically a little bit more appealing.
Yes,
I
completely agree with this.
Yeah, these are high quality, very expensive devices, and they look nicer with the high quality adapters, even though the basic functionality is really similar.
Okay, so that brings me to my last question. What should be the smallest distance between rifle scope and the rifle scope's barrel to mount it properly?
Yeah, this is something what a lot of people really ask, is how much space I need between the objective bell and the barrel. The simple answer is, if you use the original adapter, you need around 8mm. Roughly 8. It can be 7, maybe it also works. With a non-original, either SmartClip or Rusan, you need around 4mm. Even 3mm still works because the wall on this adapters is around 2.5mm. So I would say 3 to 4mm you are on the safe side. So the scope can be mounted quite low and it will not
Okay.
give you any problems. Normally, if you have no rear sight on the barrel, if you have real sight, iron sight, then of course it can affect the mounting height.
Is it for some? I've read some reports that some of our customers have mounts which are very low. Is it possible, or is it necessary? They will have to buy a new mount to mount this F.
If there is less than 3 millimeters of space between the objective bell and the barrel, yes, then there is no other option to change the mounting solution and to raise the scope a little bit more, so you get around 4 millimeter clearance.
Okay.
So I think I hope we answered most of the questions. If we didn't, please use comments on this YouTube channel, send us an email, and normally please subscribe.